Have you ever wondered which AI is actually smarter, ChatGPT or Google's Gemini? Millions of people use both every single day, but almost nobody knows which one is actually better for them. It seems like a simple question, but the answer is way more interesting than you think. I'm going to break down exactly which AI wins and when, in plain English. No computer science degree required. Let's dive in. Here's the situation. A year ago, this was an easy question. ChatGPT was clearly ahead, but Google has been catching up fast. Gemini is now baked into Gmail, Google Docs, Google Search, and ChatGPT has its own set of tools, plugins, and upgrades that keep getting better. So the honest answer isn't one is better. The honest answer is it depends on what you're trying to do. And that's exactly what we're going to figure out today. I'm going to put them head to head in 5 real-world categories: writing, research, everyday tasks, coding, and price. By the end, you'll know exactly which one to use and when. Let's get into it. Round 1. Writing. This is what most people use AI for. Emails, social posts, essays, ideas. And both are honestly good at this. But there's a key difference. Think of it like this. ChatGPT is like a writer who's read everything and can match any style you give it. You say, write this like a casual text to a friend. It nails it. You say, write this like a formal business email. It nails that too. It's incredibly flexible. Gemini, on the other hand, has a direct connection to Google's universe. If you're writing inside Google Docs right now, Gemini is already there, helping you rewrite, summarize, and improve, without copying and pasting anything. That's a real convenience win. Winner for writing flexibility, ChatGPT. Winner for writing inside Google Tools, Gemini. If you live in Google Docs, Gemini saves you time. If you need versatility, ChatGPT wins. Round 2 is the big one, research. And this is where things get interesting. ChatGPT can search the web, but it doesn't always do it by default. Its base model was trained on data with a cutoff, which means sometimes it'll confidently give you outdated information. That's a known issue. It's optimized to sound right, not always to be right. Gemini, by contrast, is built on top of Google Search. Real-time information is in its DNA. Ask Gemini what happened in the news today. It knows. Ask it to check current stock prices, recent events, live data. It pulls it directly from Google. Here's the bite-beard rule of thumb on this one. If the information could have changed in the last 6 months, use Gemini. If you're working with a concept, an idea, or something timeless, both work fine. Winner for research accuracy, Gemini. Not close. Now here's where it gets really interesting, because round 3 is the one that surprised me the most. And it's the category most people don't even think about when comparing these two. Round 3, everyday life. Not coding, not writing essays, just the stuff you actually deal with every day. Scheduling, summarizing emails, planning a trip, setting reminders. This is Gemini's home turf, and it's not even close. Gemini can read your Gmail, check your Google Calendar, look at your Google Drive files, and actually do things with that information. You can say, summarize my emails from this week and tell me what needs a reply, and it does it. ChatGPT can't do that natively. It doesn't have access to your inbox or your calendar unless you connect specific tools and plugins, which takes setup. Think of it like this. ChatGPT is the smartest consultant you've ever hired. Gemini is the smartest personal assistant who already has access to your entire life. For day-to-day productivity inside Google's ecosystem, Gemini wins easily. Winner for everyday productivity, Gemini, by a mile, if you use Google. Quick note, if you're finding this useful, hit subscribe. I break down exactly how these tools work every week. In plain English, no jargon. There's a lot more to cover, so let's keep going. Round 4, coding. And I'll keep this one tight because if you're a developer, you already have opinions. ChatGPT is still the gold standard for code. Its ability to write, debug, explain, and refactor code across dozens of languages is genuinely impressive. Developers swear by it for a reason. Gemini has gotten significantly better at coding, especially with Google's own tools like Firebase and Android Studio, where it's integrated directly. But for raw coding versatility across random tasks, ChatGPT still has the edge. Winner for coding, ChatGPT. If you're writing code that touches Google products specifically, Gemini is worth trying. Round 5. Price. Because the best AI in the world is useless if you can't afford it. Both have free tiers. ChatGPT's free version gives you GPT-4o. That's genuinely powerful. The paid plan is $20 a month and unlocks more usage, image generation, and advanced tools. Gemini's free tier is also solid, especially if you're already in the Google ecosystem. Gemini Advanced is $20 a month and bundles into Google One, which also gives you 2 terabytes of storage. If you're already paying for Google storage, the upgrade is essentially free. Winner on value, Gemini Advanced. If you're already a Google One subscriber, for pure AI power at the same price, it's a tie. So here's the bottom line, in plain English. Use ChatGPT if you want the most flexible, powerful AI for writing, coding, and creative work. It doesn't care what tools you use, it just works. Use Gemini if you live inside Google's world, Gmail, Docs, Calendar, Drive. It's not just an AI you talk to. It's an AI that's connected to your actual life. And here's the twist most people miss. You don't have to pick one. Both have free tiers. Use ChatGPT for deep creative work. Use Gemini for real-time research and your Google life. That's not a cop-out. That's actually the smartest move. The question was never which AI is smarter. The question was always, smarter for what? Now you know. If you want more breakdowns like this, hit subscribe and drop a comment telling me what tech topic to explain next. Should I go deeper on one of these tools? Or do you want me to throw Claude into the mix for a 3-way battle? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.